USA Radio News, I'm Hope Duggar.
Broadcasting live from the KSHP studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. It's time to get on the right side of sports betting. It's time for the Odds Couple.
Scott Pritchard, joined as always by Brett Grant. How are you, young man?
Great, Scott. How you doing?
Doing great. Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. Beautiful day. I'm excited we have not one but two live on-air guests. A very funny man, a good friend of mine, Daryl Wright. How are you?
Hi, everybody. Hi, how you doing?
Who's this pretty young lady sitting next to you?
We have Amanda Blow with us from Cinemax, and she has her own show on TV radio. I thought it was Playboy Sirius, but she just told me that she switched networks.
Well, it's because I was, I hopefully am going to get a show there. I was on the radio on Playboy, and I talked to them, and they were interested. But I'm here with you guys, which is much better.
And Scott's girlfriend. If it's any black guys walking around with Big Macs, Scott's girlfriend is chained up in his house somewhere because we just played the Bally's this week, and every time Scott plays with me, his girlfriend is there. And she wasn't there this week. And I'm like, Scott, where's your girlfriend? And he's like,
I hear she's hot,
visiting.
too.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
And he was like, she's visiting her parents? That's not how that's supposed to come off, dog. Like, so where is she?
So it means
She's chained up somewhere.
Yeah, see.
Somewhere.
What is it with you white boys and chaining up women? I don't know what the deal is.
Is that how you keep her? Or?
That's the only way I can keep her.
Okay, cool.
Well, oh, go ahead.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No,
I probably.
Well, what?
No, you tell me.
No, I was just wondering because every time I've ever played with Scott at the LA Comedy Club, his girlfriend is with him, and this one time she wasn't with him. So I'm like, Scott, what's going on? And he's like, oh, she's fine. And I'm like, why do your eyes keep rolling when you're saying she's fine?
As you can tell, Daryl Wright is a very funny man. How funny? I'm
Not
glad
as
you
funny as
asked.
me.
I have, no one's as funny as you, Amanda.
No.
I have to say that 7 billion people, Brett, are on the planet. Only 2 comics in the world are on George Carlin's label. One, the late, great George Carlin, and the second and only dude, Daryl Wright. Congratulations to Daryl.
That's worth a bell ring, isn't it, Scott?
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think
so.
so. Well, it's actually, and it's funny because Scott asked me, and I actually was going to leave today because I have to be in Charlotte for the NASCAR race. I just got hired to be a correspondent for NASCAR on Speed TV, so I have to be in Charlotte this weekend. But Scott asked me to do the show, and I'm like, I'm going to stay an extra day just to do this with Scott and to also find the body that's chained up.
Do you have any clues of where it might be? We were talking before the show. As long as you don't live radio that we don't do drop into George Carlin's 7 dirty words, we're good to go.
Right. Well, I already know that, so I'm not going to do that. But you know what? They were adamant that Daryl, we know. Oh, by the way, this is my birthday, so
Thanks a lot. I was going to say, this is our man's birthday today,
yes.
And he's been so humble, and look at all these titles. I just love it. I thought he was kidding. I thought he was lying to me. I was like, "No, you ain't gonna get me on there. Nah, you lie.
No,
you lie."
She was looking forward to
so
doing
I was
it.
not really ready. I'm like, really? Are you serious? Oh my God! So I didn't get my eyelashes on or nothing.
Oh my God! Tell them about trying to look for your eyelashes. It was hilarious.
Oh
Okay,
no, you
watch
didn't.
it, watch it.
No, you didn't. Oh my God! No.
You have to see it.
We want to hear. Amanda?
Okay, all right. Bottom line is he passed out when we were all doing a pole dance on the pole that my friend has at in her house, in her apartment, and he passed out on his birthday. We were trying to give him a little dance. Cute, she does it for exercise. She has kids. And
Passed out.
Only
And
you
so-
could
Hey,
pass out
You know what?
during
For all
that.
you
And that's
guys out there that want to call in, what's the number, man?
221-7283.
Okay, so if you want to call me an
hot.
idiot, call in and call me an idiot. I passed out.
That's a
okay,
good idea.
I passed out. But anyway,
yeah,
go ahead, Amanda.
So that was it. That was the whole story.
I do want to remind our listeners that this Friday, Speed TV, Daryl will be one of the analysts on the NASCAR race, Speed TV, 5 o'clock Las Vegas time. Check
Yes,
that out.
yes.
Also, I've caught you on Jay Moore's sports show on Fox Sports Radio.
I'm on Jay Moore Sports, Fox Sports Radio every Wednesday. So Mondays, listen to Scott And Wednesdays, listen to me on J Moore Sports. I'm not going to send nobody to another channel because that's kind of ignorant. But every Wednesday I'm on there. I am the NASCAR analyst for J Moore Sports.
How did you get involved in the NASCAR part of it, Daryl?
Oh, a woman.
Okay.
Of course.
It's always
like,
always blame a woman.
Always
When in doubt, blame a woman.
I was living in
Hey,
Texas.
it's good for all of us, right?
Exactly.
She did a good deed. They don't usually do that.
Yeah, you know how it is. You know what? If Scott didn't have his woman chained up, she could tell you.
Hey, that sounds nice, actually. I'm sorry. I've been really excited. I might be a little hyped up since you said that. Maybe that's why you wanted me to get that way, or I don't know if it was set up or not. But, hey, I'll come help you out with your chains.
Well, we're going to get started with
Okay.
What Say You? Warriors win. Big win yesterday. It's now 2-2 NBA playoffs. The
Yes.
Golden State Warriors at home defending their home court.
No, they did
Don't
not.
be fooled.
No, they did not. No, they did not. I'm a Spurs fan. I am a Spurs fan, and first of all, that was the worst called game I have seen in a long time. All of those offensive fouls, as far as on the screens, were garbage. You know what I'm saying? Let people play. You know, I'm a Spurs fan. I want the Spurs to win, but I don't appreciate calls like that. That was just awful, man. It was
Yeah,
really
what I
awful.
noticed yesterday, Daryl, I mean, the Spurs led by 8, 4:49 to go in the game, and then I give Jarrett Jack credit. He hit 3 consecutive jumpers. Thompson tied the game,
Jared Jack
but there were
looks
2
like he has
things.
Down syndrome.
He does, but he has a great jump shot.
Yeah, he looks like he has
Oh,
Down
my
syndrome.
God.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know what I got into. This is funny. I'm just like back and forth. Really?
Point, counterpoint, point,
Yeah.
counterpoint.
That was hot. Okay, good.
But Bogut, I call him Andrew Bogus. Bogut was standing out of bounds with 16
Yes.
seconds to
Well,
go in the game.
You know what? That was a hard call for a referee to see.
Well, but why is that call not reviewable when every other call along the baseline is reviewable? About
well,
when a ball
well
goes out
if
of
you want to
bounds?
go into, well, if
Good
you
point.
want, right, what?
Sorry. I'm just laughing
She's
at you
agreeing with me.
in that now I'm, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So
if
this
you want to
is-
go into instant replay, I think the NBA does a good job, but don't go into instant replay with the NBA if you're not going to go to baseball.
Well, I agree with that.
So, but at the spur of the moment, that's an awful. Like, there's no way in hell that the referee can see all of that going on as fast as it was. So I think even and you got to remember, I am a Spurs fan.
Well, there was a couple
And-
instances in earlier, and maybe not in this series, Scott, but the other series where they did go and the ball went out of bounds, and they went and reviewed it and changed the call. I don't see why they can't go in and look at that call.
See, that's the concern,
Right.
okay? Let's have some continuity and some consistency here,
Exactly.
because why do you leave it up to the refs on which calls they review and which ones they don't? Now, Pop knows best. Greg Popovich is the man. He appealed to the ref, said, listen, man, check that out, review that. They ignored it. Also, late in the game, inside of about 3 minutes to go, Barnes, the rookie for Golden State, went hard to the basket. Duncan blocked the ball, blocked the shot. It went out of bounds off of Barnes. Clearly, they gave it to Golden State. Thompson hit a shot. I mean, we're talking about a fine line between winning and losing. Refs are human. They make mistakes. But I'm telling you, it was blatant, not once but twice yesterday.
Well, and when you're the road team, that's obviously going to go against you even more so because the home team gets that momentum. Suddenly, Curry's making shots, Jack's making shots, and Thompson making shots. And then the Spurs didn't respond well in overtime when it went to overtime.
No, see,
they're
that's the
old.
problem. We can't
They're
blame
old.
it. We can't blame
They're
it on
old.
anyone but the Spurs in
They're
overtime,
old.
my friend.
Old men can't do it.
Oh, my God.
What do you think about old men, Amanda?
I think that everybody here is just beautiful. I love how you're like bouncing.
I didn't
off
say
each
they
other.
were old.
I,
I
don't-
was like,
I
what do you
didn't
think
say
about
that. I was about to tell you.
Why did
but
she
I
look
didn't-
at me when you said old men?
No, I did not. I looked at my mirror over here because I just turned 39 myself.
Really?
Well,
believe
happy
that?
39. She looks like she's 24.
That's
know.
what I was looking for. Thank you.
you
Go
go.
on, go on. Okay, so
Hey, Scott. Hey.
go on, go
Hey,
on.
before,
You were saying.
I think that girl just broke through the chains.
I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. I do not mean any harm. I just,
I think she just wrote it. No, but the Spurs
probably
are old.
did. You're right.
The Spurs are old, and
He's
and,
sweating.
and he is sweating like a runaway slave right now.
We have
look like-
police
she's the
officers
runaway slave.
listening to this
Run.
show.
No.
Run.
But no, the Spurs are old. So I knew if the Spurs got to overtime, it wouldn't be good because Tim Duncan looked tired at the end of the fourth quarter because he had those 2 moves against Bogut.
I want
that
to
was
see
tough.
everybody try to go out there and do all that and not say you're tired. Come on, like I ran down the stairs the other day, and I was like, oh my God. I think I'm fairly young.
It's like Kareem when he was in Airplane. You tell your old man.
Yeah,
thank you. Exactly. It's a whole different story when you're there and you're in the involved in it.
You know what's weird? I think comedy has made me a better sports fan because I don't know if Scott can agree with this, but I think doing comedy has made me a better sports fan.
I was going to say which one.
Really?
Sorry. Was that too easy?
No, but I think because we go on stage and because people analyze us so much, it made me a better sports fan as far as I can look at sports and be like, you know what? You have to compartmentalize. It's like, oh, he missed that shot. Yeah, he missed that shot because he's been running up and down with the best athletes in the world for 25 minutes. He might be a little tired. Same with, it's made me a better football fan. Because now I'm like, I'm compassionate. Because it's like, he dropped the ball. Yeah, but it's a 260-pound brother about to kill him when he dropped the ball. So I'm like, he's not a scrub. It's just I've never had to catch a football with a 260-pound brother that's breathing fire coming at me. So I think comedy has made me a better sports fan. So
Don't you think, Daryl?
I really do.
You talk about the
Spurs.
You talk about the Spurs being old, but isn't there a fine line between being old and being proven?
Proven is for people that's old.
That's why I brought it up.
That's what the only people that have experience are old people.
Yeah, that's what old people always say. It's like, I'm proven. No, you're old. But if you look at these games, it's obvious how old they are. It's so blatant how old the Spurs are. It's just like,
you
my
mean
God.
The Spurs, or you mean each individual Spur?
Each individual Spur. It's obvious how old they are.
Okay.
Right.
I want to
Namely, Ginobili,
Yes,
Duncan.
Ginobili.
These guys are past their prime, although they've played extremely well.
There is never past a prime when you're a man.
Hey.
Well said. We're going to have her on every day.
I'm serious.
This is good for your ego, Scott.
No,
Amanda Blow is with us every day. We're going to rename this show, not the Odds Couple, the Amanda Blow Show.
That's my show.
Scott is so happy that she said no man is past his prime.
No, I mean it, though. That is so, I cannot tell you how much I mean that. And I appreciate all the men out there and anybody that works hard for being a man. Like, I would never come back on this earth as a man. It would be too difficult.
Wow, you don't hear a woman say that every day.
I mean that more than anything.
Never.
These two are, you know what?
No, I mean that more than anything.
These two are speechless. They're like, wow,
That's never happened before.
Well,
I go down to the road.
Well, you know what? Scott's never heard it because his girlfriend has a gag in her mouth
she's
right
chained
now.
up.
So he's never heard it. I mean, I'm sure that his girlfriend would want to say it if she could ever get the gag.
I just cannot wait to meet her.
Oh,
she'll be here soon because she got loose how long ago?
No, but the Spurs. You can just tell, like, this is not the same man that was the MVP against the Pistons. I mean, he's taking too many jumpers. He's not going to the hole half as much as he normally did. And I think regardless of what happens in this series, Golden State is going to be a force. Not because of Curry, not because of Klay Thompson, because they got Andrew Bogut. If you look at the Memphis series, you got to have some inside scoring. You got to have somebody that can patrol the inside. Same with Indiana. The Knicks aren't going to win because of Hibbert. And I'm from D.C. I'm a Georgetown fan. I'm from D.C. I had to move to Compton, California, where it's safe. But you got to have some inside scoring, man. And Roy Hibbert is the clumsiest dude I've ever seen in my life. And he's 7'2". You got to have something on it.
7 feet? No way.
Yeah, he's 7 feet 2 inches.
Imagine that, a basketball player, 7 feet tall.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about something else. Okay, go on.
If you look at Andrew Bogus, forget Bogut. I call him Bogus. I mean,
Why?
the guy can rebound.
Okay, well,
I actually was going to say
why?
something. Then face
because as good as he is as far as blocking shots and protecting the paint, he's a liability at the free throw line. He gets into foul trouble. Good defenders do not get into foul trouble, and Bogut is constantly in foul trouble.
What are you going to say?
True. Okay. See, I didn't think about it like that. Y'all you know how women analyze men and trying to get money from y'all?
We know that all too well.
Scott's got
Do you?
a stable.
That's why
wife.
she's chained.
That's why she's changed. I'm like,
Good job. But she
couple of
still's
them
hot, so I would still like to see her.
I think a couple of them are running into the Preakness this Saturday.
Wow,
possible.
that's cool.
Why the long face? I asked her.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
Oh, I love this. I
No.
want to be on every day too.
No, but it's like with that, I just think that even with Miami, that's why Chicago has taken them. Oh, because Amanda's from Chicago.
I was born in Chicago. I'm not from there.
But
I didn't even know where Blue Island is. I just know I was born there. I think I'm
do.
from Chicago. You do?
I do.
Hastings?
I know it. Yeah.
Wow, that's what it says on my birth certificate. Then I get to see it. I'm like, where? I was 2 years old when we left.
Daryl, I think you're being fooled here. The San Antonio Spurs, it's 2-2. It's basically a best 2 out of 3 series. Now, you're giving the Warriors too much respect, my friend. I think this series is over. This series is over.
Oh,
If
he
you're
sounds
watching,
more.
you know what? If you're watching the series, San Antonio looks old. This is the first time as a San Antonio Spurs fan.
Just because you turned old today, that's why he says
You know
that.
what? I don't need that from you. That's
You know what? I'm funny, Junior.
But they look old. Like, if you watch this series, San Antonio looks old. This is the first time as a Spurs fan that I'm like, wow, they look old. Not Parker, because Parker's hurt, but Manu and Tim
We didn't
Duncan.
know it was a contest, like a beauty contest.
I'm not saying a beauty contest.
keep
but
saying
they-
it. looked
Manu,
old.
Duncan,
Look old.
but as far as Green, Leonard, Parker,
but they
Splitter,
aren't. No, but they aren't. But the younger players.
I just made that up.
No, that's his name.
Okay.
I just threw that in there.
No, oh, is it? Because he's calling me out if not. Because I have no idea. I've never seen any game ever in my life. No, I'm just teasing.
No, but it's like the other guys that like they're gonna have a good team in a couple of years, but those guys aren't old enough and they aren't experienced enough. Manu and Duncan look old, man. This is the first, and I'm a Spurs fan. This is the first time that I'm actually watching the game, and I'm like, they look old.
So what
Well,
does
your
that
point's
mean to
well
you?
taken.
Like they're slow?
Not slow. It's just
They've
you're
been
old.
breathing too many times.
No,
After too many steps.
no.
Are you reflecting? Are
Maybe,
you
maybe,
reflecting?
you know what, maybe,
He's
maybe
reflecting, y'all.
Maybe I am. Maybe I
Okay,
am.
like,
But they look old.
I think they should just carry off on that because you need to talk about comedy.
No, I don't. How can you talk about?
He is. He's talking about Andrew Bogut.
Being old.
That's
comedy
being
gold.
old. Being old.
Okay, what is your?
The guy looks like an orangutan. Are you kidding me?
What does that mean? He's not
Long
old.
arms. He's a doofus.
No, he's
Andrew
not.
Bogut. Come
Are
on.
you reflecting now?
Scott's bitter. You know what?
I lost money on the Spurs yesterday. Yes, I'm a little upset.
There it is.
That's
I
what it
should
is.
move on.
There it
That's what it
is.
is. That's
You
why
should
you're-
move on. It's done.com.
Yeah,
Let's
that's why
go.
you're like, oh, he looks like a doofus because I lost money. But if you had won money, you'd be like, go Bogut.
Exactly.
Bogut's the greatest.
I see how this works.
Yeah.
There has to be a reason why the Spurs are favored by
'Cause they're
7.5
old-looking.
points.
At Golden State, and you were
At
dumb enough
San
to-
Antonio.
No.
At
You
San-
were-
for the
hold
next
up,
game.
Hold up. You were dumb enough to bet the Spurs at Golden State after Golden State lost the first game. You're an idiot.
They're
No,
dumb enough
actually,
to make
I was
San
dumb
Antonio
enough. I was dumb enough to get 4 points the best of it. I had the Spurs +2, which is what it opened. Golden State opened a favorite. All the money came in on San Antonio. It closed Spurs -2. 4 points the best of it. Forget wins and losses. Obviously, I would
I
like to
forgot
win.
what
But
you
if
were
you're
talking about
getting
in the first place.
if you're
There's
getting
too many
4 points the
numbers.
best of it, obviously you're doing something right. I did everything right except cash the ticket.
Well, you're going against.
And chain her up without, too much
Without
extra
being caught.
security.
But Scott, back to the zigzag theory. The Spurs had won Game 3, so you actually went against that part of it.
Right.
Points mean more than opinions, and the zigzag theory is very, very
like that
important.
line.
That
but
is
it's
a
one.
good line. I was thinking that
It's
too.
one.
Can I borrow it?
It's one tool that you use in handicapping games, the zigzag theory. We've talked about how effective it has been the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, but again, you just don't blindly bet the zigzag theory.
We'll
So
never
again,
bet
points
another
mean more
man's
than
bet then.
opinions. She likes hearing it. I'll keep saying it. Points mean more than opinions. The more you
Is that
know,
the one I
the more
liked?
you grow. That's why I'm round.
Oh, I like that one. The more you grow.
Well, okay.
Sorry,
What is
Jerome.
okay for those of us? Because just remember, this is my first time on the show. Can you explain what the zigzag theory is?
Zigzag theory has to do
That's
in the
a
NBA playoffs when you have basically good teams competing against each other. When the one team, let's say the home team, wins game 1, The zigzag theory dictates, it's been documented for years from a sports betting standpoint, that the team that lost game one will make adjustments. They will be more competitive. The odds makers will reflect this, and they'll shade it that way. But more time, I'm not saying that that team will win the game straight up, but they will cover the 7, 10, 12-point spread to be more competitive.
Information.
Inside is correct.
And just so you know,
You are a quick study.
in the game twos this
You only
year,
knew.
Right.
the zigzag theory is 11-1 in game 2
I love
Wow.
11.
against the spread. And
But
again,
that's-
it doesn't
but that's
matter
in
who
game two,
wins.
though.
Doesn't matter who wins game 1. You take the team that lost game 1
And take the points.
take
Right,
whatever,
right.
take them or lay them in game 2. And
Now
it's
the-
easy, Amanda.
Yes.
All right.
I love it. This is the best. Why have I
She
not
loves
been into
the
sports?
terminology.
Why have I not been into sports before?
You have. You
I
just
don't
haven't known.
understand this. I know. I think I was, the foundation for that. Can I say something? You have a very sexy voice. I'm sorry. But
Why are you looking at Brett and talking
I
to
know. Because you're funny and you're hot.
Thank
and you're funny.
I'm using my barely white voice today.
Oh my God. What is it more of then?
That's a good point. Yeah, I'm not sure.
He is
Black?
No, you know
Oh,
what?
you brought a black man on
You
here?
know what? You know what?
Just kidding.
I wish that I had some. I wish that I had
Sorry.
a cotton field right now. Because
I got some.
Because y'all are
Where's my
sweating like
purse?
runaway slaves right now. Like, she just told him that and just sweat just started pouring. I wish I had a cotton field so y'all could just start picking stuff. Because payback is a must.
And he
Payback
is the
is a
favorite around here, you know?
But, so who would you take as far as San Antonio in San Antonio?
Well, the Spurs are favored right now by 7. I don't bet square numbers, so I only bet A, if I have a strong opinion, and B, if I'm getting the best of it. So if I get a half point and a half the best of it, it would warrant a bet. Now, in this case, I don't have a professional opinion on this contest. I mean, I
Really?
think the line is sharp, it's accurate, and I would not step up to the bet window and risk 10% of the losses by betting one side or the other. I think the Spurs will win the game, but does that mean they're going to win by 8 points or more?
Right,
I don't know.
right.
But they are at home. They're 30-1 against the Warriors since 1997 in San Antonio.
But that one
just happened a couple games ago. I
Right.
get that. Yeah.
That one just happened a couple games ago.
Right.
And you look at David Lee, God bless him, he's a soldier. David Lee, like, I don't think people understand David Lee, and you also got to think that the Golden State Warriors aren't going to get as many garbage calls again. That was garbage. I'm a Spurs fan. How do you got Bogut with 3 fouls
in the first 6 minutes?
Right.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
not
I
gonna
had him
happen.
fouled out by that time.
Right.
But yeah,
So that's not
3
gonna
was
happen
very
again.
conservative.
So that's not going to happen again. So how are you saying that the Spurs are favored?
Because Bogut is in foul trouble every single game because
But
he's
that's-
a
but those
slow.
Those calls aren't going to happen every game, man.
Well, just like home cooking, home court officials, they're corrupt. That's right. I said it. The refs suck in this series. Don't believe me? Talk to my friend Tim Donaghy, former NBA official. I'm featured on his site, refpicks.com. I've been reading
Ref
excerpts. Yes, refpicks.com. Tim Donaghy's site, who
Yeah, that's the guy
ref
that's
from
in jail.
1994. Yeah, he was in jail. Come on now.
Look,
He was only in there for 11 months.
I am a felon too. Jail is
11
jail.
again.
I don't care if you're in for 2 days or
Yeah.
11 months. Jail is jail. So he was in jail. That's
Actually, never mind.
no, it's it.
Okay, I will. Thank you. Jail is pretty easy. They cook for you. They clean your
Oh, my
clothes.
God.
They, you know what I'm saying? You get taken care of, right? Isn't that how it goes?
Now, something tells me you wouldn't know that unless Daryl told you.
No, he's not like that.
I've
He
been-
doesn't
No,
voice his
I-
opinion?
But you
That
do.
would be news.
You and I definitely
Yeah,
do.
really.
You and I definitely do, and I appreciate me getting
Scott,
to
let me
jump
ask you.
in.
Let me ask you about that from a handicapping perspective of the game yesterday that goes into overtime. Now, this particular series, they're playing games every other day. And with Daryl's assertion of them, the age factor,
They're old.
They'll play tomorrow.
Right.
They'll play again on Thursday.
No, they're
back
playing
in Golden
on
State.
Tuesday,
Yeah,
Thursday,
Sorry about that. Sorry.
and then
Tomorrow, right?
Saturday.
I know it's your birthday.
You know what? Actually, I'm just trying to cut
'Cause
off
he's
your
feeling
voice.
old.
No, I'm actually just trying to cut his voice
You
off
are.
because she's like, "Oh my God, he's
I know.
talking again."
She's
Okay,
She's melting over
mesmerized.
here.
Yeah.
No, I
So,
just love
I'm-
being me. Like, hey, I want to be the one. I'm the one.
Okay,
But I'm just saying, overtime, travel from Oakland back to San Antonio, travel back from San Antonio to Oakland. How much of a factor do you put into that?
Big factor, but not what you think. It's
Okay.
going to adversely affect Steph Curry and his weak ankle. So the
Steph
Spurs,
Curry's
they have the
ankle.
deepest bench in all of basketball,
Steph
so they will
Curry's
respond
ankle
very
is not-
favorably.
Steph Curry's ankle is not as weak as people are saying.
It's
Yes or
actually
no?
weaker, and that's why he had to have an
That's
injection.
bull crap.
No, it's
Don't
why
get-
he had to have an injection.
I
That's
haven't
why he
seen
did
him-
not have a great
Did you
game
see that?
yesterday.
Wait a second. Did you see that crossover?
During warm-ups, yeah, he looked great.
No, fourth quarter.
Deep
top of the
bench.
fourth.
What does that mean?
They have a deep bench. They have a lot of guys that can come off.
Oh.
play.
Forget the starting five in the NBA, my friend.
Okay.
Amanda, it isn't who are your starting five. Oftentimes, it's who do you have coming off the bench. It's a
Okay.
long game, 48 minutes.
Well, they should come off the bench. They worked hard to get there in the first place.
That's a great observation. I've never
You don't
heard
care
that.
what she says as long as she says something.
No, they're serious. Like, I'm scared. I thought I was being cute and funny. I could take over, but no, it ain't happening.
We take our sports betting losses very
I cannot
seriously
wait.
here.
I cannot. No,
No,
I
but
cannot
Steph
wait.
Curry
Wait to
is
see
not-
what happens in the end.
Steph Curry
Because
is
y'all
not
make
hurt.
very good points, all of y'all, and I apologize.
Sweetheart.
Steph Curry hasn't done anything since the first two games.
Bull.
The last two
Bull.
games, he hasn't done
Bull.
anything.
If you watch the end of the third quarter of that game yesterday, Steph Curry, he made a couple moves that I'm like, your ankle ain't hurt, bro. I'm sorry. You can sell crazy somewhere
He
else.
couldn't even feel his leg. They shot him up, and again, he does not want to do this. Two of the last three games,
How do y'all know? Believe half it when
I
you
believe
see and
everything
nothing
that
you hear.
I believe everything that I read,
Of course,
and
when
I
we're on
read
radio,
it
that's not good.
on the bathroom wall before I walked in here.
I did
today.
too. That's why I called you.
That's my daily column, by the way.
I know you put it up there.
Okay.
I knew it was you.
Oh, okay, cool. He's not as hurt.
Daryl, word on the street has it that I mean,
Oh, he
it's hard
does.
for me to take you seriously. I know you're a sports dude,
Right.
but it's hard for me to take anyone seriously that is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan.
Excuse me.
I think I struck a nerve.
What are you?
Oh no, I just tried to be on your side this time. I'm serious.
First of all, kiss my butt, Scott.
It's very soft.
Second of all, yes, I'm a Tampa Bay fan, and I'm not a Tampa Bay fan bandwagon. I was a Tampa Bay fan with Sam Weish and the worst free agent signing of history with Alvin freaking Harper. Why would you pay Alvin Harper that much money? Michael Irvin's on the other side. That's why Alvin Harper caught all the passes. But we paid him all that money to stink in Tampa Bay. All right? But I digress. I'm not going to get angry about that signing. I was there with Sam
Really?
Weiss. I was there for all of this.
That was
And
only
yes,
about 20 years ago, by the way. You're you're not
I'm
bitter.
still mad.
Thank you for letting me know. I didn't realize
Thanks
that.
for
That was
not moving
yesterday.
on.
No, I'm still mad about that. But anyway, yes.
That was
Oh,
good.
shut up.
You-
You,
you-
don't.
but
Look at that.
But you won a Super Bowl
No, I
since
like
then.
that. That was
I know
actually
that.
hot. Where you
I know
did the hand and I did it. So either
You
way,
were really going to get Scott killed.
The last time I fist bumped a lady, she socked me in the stomach. So
you need
that's
to get
why I
better
did this.
girlfriends.
Once Scott's girlfriend gnaws through her chains, he's
She's
dead.
down. She's almost here, by the way.
Yeah, he's
I've been
dead.
timing it.
But yeah, it's like, yes, I am a Tampa Bay fan. Yeah, I'm a Tampa Bay Bucks fan.
Why is it
Can
that
I
you
ask
like
you why-
Tampa Bay? We were on the
Oh my
same.
God.
It's mental telepathy.
Thank God I am psychic because I forget everything. So that's
So
what happened
what?
here.
Why? I mean, you're wearing an Atlanta Braves cap.
No,
You're
it's an
from
Ama- no, it's an
DC, but
Amanda
you're not a
Blow.
Redskins fan. Why is
Okay.
it that you like Tampa
No,
Bay?
it's an Amanda Blow.
It's a man.
It's an A.
Yes, it's A.
It's an Amanda Blow. It's not
A for Amanda.
Yes, it's not a
AB,
oh,
Amanda
my
Blow. I
bad.
get it.
I'm
Atlanta
sorry. I thought
Braves.
it was-
That's
Oh!
pretty good.
That's
yeah.
true. Atlanta Braves,
Okay, that's
AB.
what I was thinking. Okay.
Okay, that's true. But I'm okay.
Bad.
This is what happened. I was always a Redskin fan, and then the year that the Redskins won the Super Bowl with Doug Williams as the quarterback.
What year
89.
was that?
Former Buccaneer quarterback.
We did it again.
Now you're getting it. Now you're
Thank
getting
you.
it. He's the first Super Bowl quarterback that got cut after he won the Super Bowl. And I'm like, I'm not saying this race, but that pissed me off so bad. Because if you remember that Super Bowl, which we all do.
You were down 10-zip. Doug
35
Williams.
35 points.
Yeah.
In a
Was that
quarter.
the great running Timmy Smith?
Timmy
Yes.
Smith should
Yes.
not have been
Yes.
the MVP.
Forget Timmy Smith. We
Timmy
want to talk
Smith-
Doug Williams,
know what,
apparently.
Know what? Timmy Smith.
Was that the same Super Bowl? I'm just
Yes,
asking.
that
Yes,
was
okay.
Timmy
Right.
Smith.
The rookie.
No, Timmy Smith won the MVP, and I think, and I'm gonna say it on the radio station. The reason they gave Timmy Smith the MVP is because they could not stand a black quarterback out dueling John Elway. Because all you heard that week was John Elway this.
So they gave it to the black.
So they
running
gave it
back
to the
instead.
running back. But it's deeper than that. Like if you look
It
at that,
gets deeper than that.
That's great.
if you look at that
Does
time,
it?
that was it. Doug Williams was it. And I would rather give it to a black running back because you black people have been running backs forever. So I'll give you the MVP to the black running back. I can't give an MVP to the black quarterback because that might stimulate some of you black people to actually say, hey, if the coach wants to move me to wide out, I should be a quarterback. Same with Warren Moon, who, as y'all know, have the most professional passing yards. Not Dan Marino. I'm talking about as a pro quarterback, Warren Moon has the most yards passing.
Well, if you include his CFL yards.
Right.
So
And his high school games.
and Pop Warner.
Oh, see that? See that, Scott? See that, Scott? That's cold. That's cold. But it's for real. There was a time. Now, the Redskins cut him. And I was so hurt and so mad. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to where he came from. And I became a Tampa Bay fan because he was a... What's so funny?
I would have never guessed, based on that logic, I would have never guessed. I had some reasons why you might be a Tampa Bay fan. You might be a fan of the underdog, but no, I would have never guessed.
That's the reason.
That's it. I love the logic.
That's the reason.
You put a lot of thought into this.
Yes, I put it because they hurt me.
Everything he does, he puts a lot of thought in.
I do, and I think that's his appeal as a comic because at LA
Agreed.
Comedy Club, Bally's on the Strip, we have so many headliners come through that have had their Comedy Central specials, HBO, and Daryl is one of the most requested, and he's one of my favorites simply because he's honest, he's real, and as a side note, you're even funny.
You know what, Scott?
That's a great line.
You know what, Scott?
You
If
know what? I'm
anybody-
starting to go. No, I can't. How about never mind.
Okay.
Do you have somebody chained up?
Not that I'm aware of.
You want to chain me?
There you go.
I should be chained up.
Okay. No, but it's like one of those things whereas that's as far as the LA Comedy Club and Bally's and the fans of mine that follow me, I'm thankful. But yeah, I am kind of thoughtful as far as stuff.
You are very thoughtful.
I really think about a lot of stuff. And that's my logic behind being a Tampa Bay fan.
Do y'all
And-
think like that? They
No,
don't think all
not
personal
even
and loving
remotely.
and stuff. They're
But
like,
what I love
they're
about
like looking
Daryl,
at the
we know in
stats. It's
professional
cool.
speaking and in comedy, and it's a tough skill to perfect. He's the master. Make silence your friend. He owns everything that he says. Now, I've mastered, when I do comedy, I master the silence. I hear nothing when they're supposed to laugh.
Right.
But
you
Daryl,
keep
in
going,
his
and I love it.
conversational tone, owns it
He
through
does.
silence.
It's timing.
That's what it is.
Timing.
I've heard that's important when it
But
comes
we're
to comedy.
improv. You and I are improv. That's
Right.
why I said I'm funnier than he is. I guarantee you. Improvly, definitely. Way far. Y'all saw it today. Like, what's up. You saw it. But, when you set it up and you practice it all day.
Oh, I was gonna glitter people. At
Oh,
my
I
show.
have your glitter.
Oh, yeah, my glitter.
Daryl, how'd
believe
you
you're gonna do that.
I mean, Scott's involved in a lot of different things. How did you get involved in comedy? And then how's that translate into NASCAR?
That's a great.
Oh my God, that's a long answer.
Very
I
great
don't want to
question.
use up all that time. Oh, at NASCAR.
You got 30 seconds.
And while we're at it, what is the meaning of life?
Yeah, it's like how you gonna ask me?
Well, you're about as eclectic
Good
as anybody I
point.
know. Sports handicapper, comic, pool boy. I mean, you do everything.
Pool boy.
Ice cream truck
He's a
man.
pool-
Oh my God! Now we're talking. Go on. Go on.
You get your pool cleaned and get what's the?
You get your
And a free winner chicken dinner.
Right.
No, I mentioned on this show on more than one occasion. I'm glad to hear that you were listening that one day. But for 10 years, all I did in Las Vegas was
you were as
bet
funny as you are
sports
tonight.
professionally. And I've won sports handicapping contests in Las Vegas, but I took my winnings and I opened up multiple businesses, an ice cream truck business, a pool business. I outsource and delegate a lot of the work. Internet marketing businesses. I'm featured on VegasInsider.com, Pritchard'sPicks.com, RefPicks.com. And one day I'll be on Cocktails, the show
I
with
cannot
Amanda
wait.
Blow.
I love that. I think that is so incredible. It's really hard work to do. I had a show, or not a show. I would like to have been a show. It was a hot dog cart called Hottie Dogs. We've got the hottest buns in town. You just
I like
reminded
it.
me of that.
I like it.
You just reminded me of that. And it was cute girls, and whatever area we were in, we would dress the part. But that's, yeah.
I have a business
We are
partner.
alike. You are the man me.
I have to say, Amanda, that the ice cream truck business that I have, it's an LLC, losing lots of cash.
Well, I would have melted all my ice cream because
You
I'm
would
so
have?
hot.
Well, here's the problem. My business partner was upset because he's asking me, why are we not making any money? I said, listen, man, I'm sure it's the economy. He said, listen, man, I'm sure you're eating up all the profits. But Daryl, I
Why
want to
aren't
hear.
you a comedian?
I've thought about it.
He needs to stand up.
Why aren't you a comedian?
That's
Oh,
funny.
I'm sorry.
What next? Why aren't you?
Oh my God!
Scott is in the
sorry.
sound room. Scott is in the sound room
I'm
dying
so
right
sorry.
now.
I mean,
What next? Why aren't you a sports
no,
bettor?
number one.
Exactly.
Scott is in the sound room dying
good at
right now.
that.
That was the
I'm
greatest line
so
ever.
sorry.
That was the greatest line
I
ever.
love you, and I don't want to get. Maybe I do want to
That
get.
was
you.
a-
Daryl, what would you attribute your success to
What success?
comedy?
What's
In
exactly?
comedy, being
That's
the
a good
man.
question.
Comedy
I like
Central,
that. What's
HBO,
exactly?
Showtime,
You know
George
what?
Carlin's label.
You know what?
Bada
What-
bing, bada boom.
What I contribute my success to is this. I believe if you touch people's hearts, they're loyal to you. And as you know in comedy, I always tell people I'm not smart enough to make stuff up. So what I do is I share my life with my audience, which makes them become more than just people watching a monkey spit out jokes. They become part of my life. Every audience that I perform in front of becomes part of my life. And I believe wholeheartedly that if you can touch somebody's heart, not just make them laugh, if you can touch somebody's heart, that they have a special connection with you. And I think that's what George had. I don't want to be I don't want to be one of those comics. I'm not going to say any names, but they're flashes in the pan. Like, they make a lot of money in a 3-year span, and you know that. It's some dudes that are popular as all get out for 3 years, and they make a gang of money. But that's it. I want to be a George where people that love me at 20 years old, love me at 30 years old, love me at 40 years old.
And you know what? It happens
like-
on a personal note. I have to say, seriously. We were talking the other day, and there's certain people that come through our lives, and it might sound cheesy, but we're going to do it. He started it. You know, we're healers, and we have to make a point and be an example. And we don't get to spend a lot of time together because we are being examples in a way that we can touch a lot of people's hearts.
We're going to take a quick break because Brett Grant is starting to tear up.
He actually pulled out the Kleenex.
I just said that earlier. If you have an issue, here's a
Tito needs a
tissue.
tissue. Tito needs a tissue.
Oh, my God.
He actually pulled out the tissue. I didn't know y'all had who. Hey,
Do some
Scott.
blow this.
Scott,
You
back
need
in the sound
the
room.
blow
Scott,
this
back in the sound room.
tissues.
Do
That was good, though.
do you put the props out, man? Because that was on time. That was on time. He didn't. Scott didn't run out and throw
Miss a
tissues
beat at
at
all.
him.
No, this
It
is
was
pretty-
already there, which is dog. This
That was
station,
tight.
this
This
station
is-
is awesome because he already had the props set up, ready for him.
That was
beautiful.
so hot.
We're going
No,
to
they
take
have issues all the
a
time. I
quick
think they
commercial
need
break. You're
tissues.
listening to The Odds Couple. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Traditional media believes that after about 3 minutes, you'll tune out. Most Vegas media companies think if it doesn't jiggle, you won't tune in. At the Vegas Video Network, we think both are wrong. The Vegas Video Network is the first and only live online broadcast network that specializes in insider news and expert views about Vegas. We combine great storytelling with the ability to watch when and where you want on your computer, mobile device, or television. Discover the real Las Vegas. Visit VegasVideoNetwork.com.
Welcome back to The Odds Couple on KSHP AM 1400 Radio. Scott Pritchard, live and worldwide, Vegas Video Network. Check out my site, pritchardspicks.com. That's right, I've been featured all over my own website. Also, vegasinsider.com. We get almost 1 million views a day on my site, Pritchard's Picks, about 6. And then Tim Donahue,
How many
his
people win?
site, Tim Donahue's site, refpicks.com. Be sure and check that out. We're going to encourage you to continue to be a part of the show. Reach out to us. Email us, oddscouple at vegasvideonetwork.com. That's oddscouple at vegasvideonetwork.com. Also, we would love to hear your voice on our show. Go to our site, Vegas Video Network, right-hand side, live chat voicemail. And on the right side, a red bar, click there, start recording. In the middle of the page, the green bar. And then live chat is up and running. Studio line is open, 702-221-7283.
You never gave us You never gave us the number to tell people to
I
call
got
us.
people to call in. You didn't want our people to call in.
702-221-7283. That
You know
number
what? Scott
again,
doesn't want people to know.
Say that again. Wait, I need to hear him say that.
319-774-2782.
And then I want to hear him
Say it one more time.
I wanna hear
No, she
you
wants
and
to
then
hear
you.
Brett
I
say it.
wait,
Hold up,
first,
Go ahead there,
first,
Brett.
you, and then you. Okay, so
Okay.
say it in your best voice.
702-221-7283.
Do you want to do it as
No.
Mark
Do
Albert or
it as a
just
sex.
myself?
Trying to get Amanda Blow excited.
Oh, good Lord.
Ooh,
221.
I didn't even have to.
7283. That's 221 save. That's 221 rave, actually, if you look at that on the dial.
Messing this up. He's messing this up. He is, Brett.
I cannot choose.
7283 is RAVE.
Hey,
Take
I
that.
misspell everything too. So
Brett,
whatever.
I'm never, you know what?
Never talking to me again?
No, it's like I can't bring a girl anywhere near you because you're
It's
messing
his
up the phone number
voice.
and everything.
I'm sorry.
He
I
can
didn't wanna
mess up anything he
screw up
wants,
your mojo.
especially my hair.
Oh, Lord.
It's time for Spin to Win. We're going to have the
not-
very lovely Amanda Blow.
It's not spin the bottle. Just
Don't worry, we didn't have to spin the bottle. We had it controlled.
Okay.
The professional sports bettor bets with their head, never their heart. We are going to be forced to make an argument for one side or the other. Wherever it lands, it lands. I'll go first. I will be forced to make an argument for the Heat, minus the 7, 8,
Wait a second.
or the Bulls plus the 8. Let's
Okay,
spin to win
Spin
there,
the
pretty
wheels
lady.
here.
Spin it. Come on. Come on.
There we go.
There we
Really?
go.
You're
All
not
right.
going to hurt it.
The Miami Heat taking on the Chicago Bulls in Chicago. Heat favored by 8. Who do I have?
You're in heat.
I am in Heat. Yes, I am.
No, Brett's in heat. Anyway,
Miami Heat on the road. Forget
That's
the
it?
people who say points mean more than opinions. That's a farce. Talent wins. The cream will rise to the top. Miami Heat minus the 8 on the road. It's cheap. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Ring up the cashier. This thing is sick today.
'Cause you have
Heat minus the 8.
again,
See
you
the
got
cashier.
You got the touch of a bull.
That's
Speaking
true.
of which, points mean value because underdogs are always valued in the NBA. And if the Bulls are going to make a series of this, they've got to win tonight and play well tonight. So I'll take the 9. Or what is it? 8, 8.5? What are we at?
8.
8. I'll take
8
9.
feeling great.
I'll take 9.
What are the
And I'll
number?
be
What are the
fine.
numbers I can choose from?
You can choose from, I don't
9
know.
to 9.5 to 8. Okay,
Make
I
it-
go.
You're starting to
9.5.
sound like Anthony Padilla. He just makes things up as he goes along, and the uncanny thing is,
Totally.
Amanda,
You
he
so got
wins.
me. You
he
so
has
got
not,
me.
he
You
has
so
not
got me.
lost.
You so got me.
He has not lost a game since, I believe, February.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. See, she has the touch. Have you done this before?
I think the bell's
No,
screaming for mercy.
not that one.
oh, my God.
You're listening to The Odds Couple. I'm so excited. My good buddy Daryl Wright,
Birthday
famous
boy, happy
comedic headliner.
birthday.
It's his birthday
By the way,
today.
I
by
want
the way,
him to sing happy birthday to you for me.
I can't take that because they don't have plastic on the chairs. Because if he starts singing,
Plastic?
she's gonna go nuts. Like if he starts singing, she's gonna go nuts. I already know it. Like Brett hasn't talked much, but every time
knows me too
you
well.
can see her shiver every time he
I
says.
see that.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
the voice. Like,
If I was only this popular in high school.
no, you wouldn't be this popular now.
Exactly.
Good point.
That's true.
It takes work.
Took
No,
a while to get, it took me 20 years to figure that out.
Hey, and this is your prime time. Men age like a fine
There
wine.
you go.
Here we go. And now Scott's
Amanda,
happy.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but my
Oh, I
good
gotta
buddy
go.
Brett, married man.
So what?
So,
That doesn't mean. You know what? That doesn't mean that people can't
you
get
know
turned
what?
on
She's
by his
probably
voice.
you're gonna get more blah, blah, blah tonight. God, I'm so glad I did that.
That was split.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Because
as well.
when you look all new and shiny, when another woman, especially somebody is my,
Right.
where my status, I am like.
Oh,
somebody.
really?
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 I'm kind of somebody.
She's sort of kind of important.
I'm kind of important. You know.
I'm kind of a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm sort of a big
I'm
deal.
a sort of a big deal. You know, like me, sees how fun
Is she
and
listening
awesome
right now?
you are.
Is she
Wow.
listening?
She's like, what's that?
Is she
Is she
listening right now?
Oh,
God,
I
I
hope
hope
she
not.
is.
I think their next show is going to be in the parking lot. If she is.
Hey, I can do it there too.
Oh my goodness! But dog, you were in
Terrence,
there.
you are fine.
You were in
Oh,
there. You were
Yeah,
in there.
you are in.
We want to
No.
address a segment on the show that Brett and I do on a daily basis. It's called "Are You Kidding Me?" Brett,
You're
you're
fine
up.
too. I swear you are.
You don't have to throw that out just
No,
for
he's
Scott.
funny when somebody
Leave my looks out of this.
No, when somebody makes me laugh, I'm in love. That's why I'm with Daryl
You know what?
and myself.
What are you saying? I'm funny looking?
No,
She
you're
said funny.
funny. You're hilarious.
And
funny guy.
you
What's
know
better
what?
than
And-
laughing?
and I'm-
Hey,
because
can I
of
ask
you,
a
I'm gonna
question?
start to do
Wait, I'd
comedy.
like to ask. I'd like to ask a question to y'all, and it is: do y'all laugh when you're having sex And what do you feel about it when it does happen, if it has?
Let's start with Brett.
Usually at myself, yes.
No, seriously. Like, I'm seriously asking you, have you had sex and have you been able to laugh when you're having sex with her?
Yeah, Brett, that's a
or
good question.
him?
Can I take
Wow! Oh
No,
my God!
I don't know.
I can. I'll go ahead. I can see you're on the hook here, but I'm big on honesty, and I have to say that I do not. I refuse to laugh during sex. I'm more than anything else. I'm annoyed based on how much money I just spent.
Thank you. We love the money you
It
spent.
is no laughing matter.
Okay,
We love
hold
the
on,
money
because
spent.
we're almost gone. So let's make sure that we
We've
get to
been
the
gone
segment.
for a while.
No,
Yeah,
let's
the
just-
segment is. I almost forgot.
That
Are
was
you
funny.
kidding me?
Okay, are you kidding?
No.
Brett, you're
Well,
up.
Are you kidding me? We talk about frustration in the world of sports. So
Okay.
my Are You Kidding Me is going to be Sergio Garcia, who's
Oh, my God.
crying like a baby on Saturday because somebody clapped when Tiger pulled a club out of the bag. And Sergio couldn't react and play well, and he said stupid things in the media. And then, of course, Saturday that happens. He finishes a round. On Sunday,
Oh,
he goes into the final
love it.
round. He's tied
love
for the
it.
lead on the 17th hole.
I love it.
And he promptly plops 2 in the water
I love
on
it.
17 and another in the water
I
on
love it.
18. So, Sergio,
I
are
love
you
it.
kidding me?
I love it.
My segment, Are You Kidding Me? I get annoyed. It's why I watch very few games. I handicap sports. I try to get the best of it. Odds, numbers, laws of probability have nothing to do with watching a game, and you'll understand why. I was bored. I decided to watch my investment. Warriors against the Spurs, Oracle Arena, Oakland, California, one of my favorite places. I have to say that I get annoyed. The media will pick up on something and they will just milk it. It's like, oh, my reporter friends and I, we came here with headphones because it's going to be loud today. We have a decibel meter, and every time Curry makes a shot or Bogut blocks a shot, we have to see this decibel meter. It's like, we get it, man. It's loud, okay? Can you just leave it at that? Are you kidding me?
I married an Italian woman. They should put that in my kitchen.
How
loud it is.
Daryl, what is it that frustrates you when it comes to sports and/or sports betting?
I don't sports bet. I'm sorry, but what annoys me is the lack of going to. I know what. I'll be honest. I'm a Spurs fan. What?
That's the first I've heard of it.
Oh,
Me
kiss
too.
my butt.
Me too.
What annoys me is the lack of credit that Tim Duncan gets for his career.
Or being old.
You got to be joking. Blake Griffin has commercials. He hasn't done anything. He doesn't even have a 12-foot jumper. This is a dude that has 4 championships. The Spurs get no love. Tony Parker has been like, how can you have the audacity to say that Chris Paul or Derrick Rose or even Russell Westbrook's stupid butt? He's dumb. I don't care what nobody says. Russell Westbrook is an idiot. I'll leave it at that. How can you not have Tony Parker as the best point guard in the NBA, point blank? He has the jewelry. How can you have the audacity to say Manu Ginobili is not going to walk into the Hall of Fame?
I gotta hear
How
the
can you
answer.
not? How can you sit there and say Tim Duncan is not among the best players in history? You hear Kobe Bryant. You hear LeBron James. You never hear Tim Duncan. 4 rings, Playboy. Who else has 4 rings?
That's true.
Who else has 4 rings? But no, because they do it with class and because they do it the way it's supposed to be done without a bunch of fanfare. And actually, I base my comedy on
That's true.
kind of the Spurs. You know what? I'm not on the internet. I purposely pull my comedy off of the internet. You won't see me in a bunch of stupid Gangnam Style clips because that's corny. Know what? Come out, see me do comedy the old-fashioned way where I have to earn your laughs. I'm not going to be a gimmick. I'm not going to be any of that. I do it because I study this and because I love it, and I believe.
And we love you.
And I believe in my heart I do comedy the right way. So that's what I am. I'm not flash. I'm just substance. And I guess that's why it really irks me that San Antonio doesn't get as much credit because they remind me as far as comedy, as far as what I try to do.
Tim Duncan, I couldn't agree more. I mean, Marc Gasol was the defensive player of the year, voted on by the brain-dead media. Give me a break. Are you kidding me? I mean, have the players, and Tim Duncan would be the defensive player if the players voted. You ask the players, they will tell you Tim Duncan is the man. Amanda, you had something to say?
No, better yet, ask the guys who are taking all this information and see how much they got paid from whoever.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a good point. Sounds like a conspiracy. You should write a book like my buddy Tim Donaghy.
Timmy. Hey, Timmy.
Tim was part of it.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Never mind.
Yeah,
Conflict
that
of
would be
We're
interest.
talking. Okay, yeah.
That'd be bad.
All
He
right.
was part
Well,
of
we
it.
have one last segment before we wrap things up with Daryl and
Wrap me
Amanda,
up.
and that
What?
is
You were gonna
We're
get them
going
good-
to-
Oh, it's his
look,
birthday.
Scott's girlfriend is outside. She just gnawed through her
what's
chain.
with those shackles?
Yeah, she just gnawed through her shackles, and she's
And
banging
she's
on
still
the
look
window.
good, better
And
than
she's
y'all.
still, yeah.
Better
Amanda was
than
right.
me.
Amanda was right. She's still fine in
She is
shackles.
fine. Shackle me if I can look like that.
This is the part of the show where Brett and I put money into your pocket as we together put you
Where?
on
Where's
the
the money in the
right
pocket?
side.
For me, right side, I think I lost on Thursday. I don't remember it so long ago. But that's a good thing about playing a game here and there is you have to have a short memory, right? Daryl?
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to go to a baseball game tonight, and that's the Washington Nationals at the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers have won a couple in a row, but don't be fooled by that. They beat the Miami Marlins. They're not really in Major League Baseball.
Is it just me, or does the Marlins Stadium look like somebody opened a dance club and put a baseball field
it's
in
like
the middle?
It's like a pinata on LSD.
Yeah, it's like somebody was on an acid trip and said, "Hey, bruh, let's just put a baseball field right in the middle of this joint." Like,
Exactly.
Okay.
I agree.
Maybe that's what they can afford.
Jordan Zimmerman on the mound for the Nationals today. He's been terrific. Scott 6-1 with a whip of .82 on the season, so he's given up less than one base runner an inning, and he's been terrific. And the Dodgers can't hit, so I like the Nationals minus $1.24.
Why can't the Dodgers hit?
They have
Why?
no hitters.
Yes, they do. They have Gonzalez. I remember 3 years ago, Adrian Gonzalez hitting for the Padres. He had no protection, and he was killing. What happened? Did he
It's
get fat?
tough. It's tough.
He's
It's a
old.
pitcher-friendly park, a lot of foul territory. We're going to get to my right side to recap what took place on Friday. Another winner. Unfortunately, not my style to brag, but listen up. 7-1. 7-1, my last 8 plays. I'm not happy that I lost one game in the last 8 days.
my God,
I'd rather talk about the 7 winners. 7-1 ATS against the spread my last 8. Whenever I get cocky like this, I almost always lose. So buyer
So
beware.
could you shut up and just make the pick?
You ain't
Okay,
losing today.
all right,
You
I
are
will.
not
Right, 'cause
losing
you're like-
today.
The
You know
Chicago
what?
Bulls are they're at home hosting the Miami Heat. The total for this game is 187.5. I played it last night, gave the play to my good buddy Jacob Cannon, only to wake up this morning. The money's coming in on the under. I still see value under 187. The Bulls versus the Heat based on field goal attempts, shooting percentages, and it's going to be a knockdown, drag out. The only way the Bulls have a shot in this game is to do what they do. They play with heart, energy, effort,
That's 99
passion.
a-
I like under
That's
187.
99
The
apiece.
Bulls.
That's a sucker bet. I know that much.
Is that
I
right?
should have my own show. That's 99 points for each team, right? Basically.
Yes.
'Cause
Have you
99
not
99
been
is-
paying attention? When's the last time you made a total bet, my friend? I mean, Daryl.
No, that's like
Well, 95 is
95 is
90.
190.
How do these sports books
There's no
stay
way.
open, Daryl's
There's no
wondering.
way. There's no
Me
way.
too, 'cause I don't get it.
There's no way that the Bulls are going to get anywhere near 90 points. So you're basically betting that Miami won't score more than 100 because the Bulls aren't scoring 90. That's not even happening.
So do you like the over or do you like the under?
The under. Not unless
I
James
just
goes
said
crazy.
I'm giving out the under.
No, but I'm like, that's just like, pick
I'm
something.
I'm actually concerned because Daryl's agreeing with me.
No,
I might have
Scott,
to change my
Scott,
opinion.
No,
Men
Scott,
are from Mars, women are from Venus.
I
Scott,
heard that.
that was a sucker bet. I like what Brett did. Brett made a pick that's a hard pick. You just made a sucker bet pick.
No, there's no such thing. The sports books make it to where it's a 50-50 prop. And now I'm starting to think maybe it is not a good bet because you think it's too obvious that
Yeah,
I'm right.
that's too obvious.
Too obvious. Okay.
Somebody
You
must
better
know
bet
something.
the over, folks, if you want to cash
Somebody
in.
must have. That's too easy. That's too easy.
I'm
the Bulls
scared.
can't score.
I'm going to get off my bet
I'm
now.
going to do both.
The
I'm gonna see
Bulls
what
can't
happens.
score. So basically, you are betting on Miami not scoring a lot of points because the Bulls aren't going to even get 90. Who's going to shoot? Robinson? Yes, he went off one game, but come on, dog. He's 5'8". Midgets do not need to play basketball. And for all you midgets, little people do not need to be playing basketball. I don't care. He's cute. Dude is sort of like if Nate Robinson is like if a robber breaks in your house and you have a little
Go
dog.
on.
Sometimes he'll bite him, but I'd rather have a pit bull. Like maybe you might scare one robber, but you ain't gonna scare everybody with a pocket chihuahua. That's Nate Robinson. He'll have one good game, but let's face it, he's 5'8". Come on, man.
Daryl, you've been a great guest. We can't wait to have you back on the show. Thanks for being
Happy
here, young
birthday.
man.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday,
Happy
dog.
Guys,
birthday.
thank you for having me. Thank you, Amanda, for coming
Thank you
with
for
me.
letting me here.
And Amanda
I
Blow,
hope
you're beautiful.
I hope
Thanks
I
for
can
being
come
here.
back.
Daryl, I
Appreciate
love
you
the
guys.
company that he keeps. You're welcome
you.
anytime. Continued good luck with your
You guys
show
are
on
amazing.
Sirius Radio Cocktails.
Thank you.
Have a great day, okay?
Thank you.
For Brett Grant, my name is Scott Pritchard. Individually, we're not too impressive, but together we are the Odds Couple, live worldwide, Vegas Video Network, Monday through Friday, 10 a to 11 a. Simulcast on KSHP AM 1400 radio. Check out my site, pritchardspicks.com. For Brett Grant, I'm Scott Pritchard. Have a great day. Good luck and goodbye.